morning, everyone. My name is Peter Abiakwu. I'm a graduate of Information Management Technology from the Federal University of Technology Owerri, FUTO, obviously one of the best universities in Nigeria. I'm actually one of the co-initiators to this wonderful fame, and proudly here with me is Mr.
Ezenwa Ifeanyi Egbuhouzo. I'm also a co-initiator of this very organization. Good morning to you all. I'm happy to be among this group. Thank you so much. I'm a graduate of Federal Polytechnic, Nekede, Department of Mechatronics Engineering Technology.
Mr. Ifeanyi here is actually our Chief Recruitment Officer. He's in charge of hiring, supporting personnel that enables us to do our jobs, and at the end of the day, he does a pretty good job at paying them and making them happy. Over 90% of Nigerian youths think there are no opportunities in Nigeria. Over 80% of Nigerians in general thinks there are no money in circulation in Nigeria. These are toxic narratives we've ultimately lived with, and it's never beneficial. But we keep asking, why do we have investors come into Nigeria, or why do we have investors who tells us that there are opportunities everywhere and there are money in circulation everywhere in Nigeria? What it means is that our set goals and priorities are literally the ones affecting our sense of noting and identifying these very opportunities. So what it means, there is a need for us, for every Nigerian, for an average Nigerian youth to reschedule their priority and look for alternative ways of adding value to society, and at the end of the day, get paid. So what we bring to you today, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Econite. The Econite is an environmentally friendly initiative that is out to solve the basic nightmare of people all around Nigeria, particularly within people who live within Lagos and live within the islands of Lagos that have basically suffered a whole lot from flood. Flood and flood systems have been a problem that these people have suffered over time, and there is a need for us to provide a solution to these people. What is actually the solution we bring to these people? Over 62% of Lagosians, particularly those that live within the island, have this problem of flood. But in the vast majority of instances, these people tend to evacuate their homes or leave their homes whenever it turns rainy season, because their properties are condemned and damaged. More often there is a threat to their life. The thing is, the gutters all around their places or all around their vicinities are already filled with debris and sand. Pretty much importantly, the government can't step in to solve this very problem for them, because these estates are private owned, they are private properties. But the private owners in themselves can't solve this very problem for themselves, because these people constitute the 1% of 1% of Lagosians, meaning they are within the echo chambers of the elite and the social bourgeoisie of Lagos. So they can't see themselves as rich men coming down to solve this very problem for themselves. So what it means is that the best live with this problem other than going into the gutters to solve this very problem. Econite come closer to these people to solve this problem. We go deep into the gutters, we clean these very gutters, and very much importantly, we disinfect these very gutters. Over 80% of Lagosians annually suffer from the problem of malaria, and this is as a result of the loss and debris in these very gutters. So we are able to solve these two key problems: the problem of malaria reduction and secondly, the problem of flood. We give these values to these people, and at the end of the day, we are able to make money. We've been able to provide this solution to estates like Vitro Estates here in Ajah, Lagos. We've been able to solve this problem in Peaceville, Thomas Estate, and as well in Divine Homes. And pretty much of this solution in itself put a huge lot of smile on the faces of our customers, and we're happy we have a huge lot of recommendation. At the end of the day, we're able to make over 182,000 naira within the space of 2 months. This is a money that we can ultimately attach to be someone's salary for 3 to 4 months, but we're able to make this thing work within the space of 2 months. What it means is that in terms of viability and practicability, this idea works. Why do we think this idea is novel? On a long term, we hope to have a huge bargaining power in order to be able to attest to our competing values, right? But very importantly, we need to have a whole lot of packaging, which ultimately places us on a pedestal to have a fair bargaining. Thus, we need instruments, we need equipment, we need environmental equipment and kits that will enable us to get this job done faster and swiftly. But very importantly, we hope within a space of 4 to 5 years to be a hub that in itself places food on the table of the vast majority of persons that want to be employed or that seek employment from this very hub. We hope to be a leading employment firm to people of Lagos, to people of Nigeria, and on a larger scale, hoping to key into the vision 2063 of the African agenda to provide jobs to Africans as we pledge. At the end of the day, we think this pitching is important for us to expand our horizon. We seek to solve this very problem, provide jobs to the needed people, and more importantly, solve the basic problem of people living within these very islands, within Lagos and within Nigeria, because we think we get closer to them and see